Going into no contact with your ex is one of the hardest things that you'll ever do in your entire life. It's a trial of fire. And, if you don't make it out to the other side, you're not going to end up with your ex around your arm. Now, if you know my story, basically, I went into no contact with my ex. I got her back after a month. And it was one of the most gut-wrenching things I ever had to do. Like, when I first got her back out on a date, she was basically kind of indifferent towards me, and I was like hurting. I was just thinking about all our memories and stuff, and I had to put on like a happy face to pull off that date. And so when you think about how difficult it is to sit there and not hear from your partner, you're gonna have to discipline yourself emotionally like a fucking Jedi. Like, I swear to God, you've got to be a Yoda of relationships, because if you can't discipline yourself to not reach out to your ex when all you're doing is thinking about them all the time, you're not gonna get them. Like, you already know that begging doesn't work, that like trying to talk them into it and all the upsides of the relationship and promising to change, like none of that worked. So I've been training jiu-jitsu for about 9 years now. And what it took to get this was essentially, I guess, about 8 years of training. And, like purple belt is only the third belt up, okay, out of 5. And, I was stuck at the second belt, which is blue belt, for I think I was there. I had my blue belt for about 6 years before I ever got promoted. A lot of people can get black belt at 10 years. I'm almost at 10 years right now. And on this jiu-jitsu journey, some people pick it up quicker than you and they move through the ranks faster. On the mats themselves, it's hard. Like, they don't choose out for you like a partner that's your same size. Sometimes they do that, but there's plenty of days where you might be, 5'4", 150 pounds or whatever, and you got to go against the guy that's like, 6 foot 250 or whatever. So there's a lot of hardship on the mat, getting crushed, trying to breathe through it, trying to survive just long enough so that way if your opponent off balances themselves, you can flip them over and then get on top and start to win. And it's just hard. You can't give up. Some people will cardio tap, and it's a bad look because, it takes, you got to power through it, right? If this was a real fight, like in a jiu-jitsu match, it was a real fight, you'd be dead if you didn't fight through it, right? And so I'm drawing this correlation to you that going through no contact is essentially as hard as, training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's very, very hard. So you got to take pride in this. Like, take pride in the fact that you're holding back every day from messaging your ex, knowing that you're doing the thing that's going to get you the result, right? It's like waking up in the morning and going to the gym. This is something good that's building you up, right? Because you are getting 1% stronger every day. You're waking up, you're living your life, you're striving to become independently happy, and that kind of person that not only would your ex choose, but a bunch of other dudes or girls or, whatever it is that you're into would also choose you over. They would choose you because you're building yourself into this person. So at the end of the day, you should be proud of yourself for doing this. It's going to be really hard, right? You've already had plenty of hard moments. You're already probably held back, several times. And just understand that even if you have your doubts, like, are they ever going to come back, or are they too stubborn to ever message you again, or is somebody else going to come get them or whatever? Like, don't listen to your fears. Your body is going to serve you up 1,001 reasons to break no contact. Don't do it. Be proud that you're putting in that time. You're becoming that emotional Jedi, right? That Yoda of relationships. And you're putting in that hard training time, which is, becoming that sexually desirable person out in the sexual marketplace, which you may not even care about that right now. You just want your ex back. But that person that can get the other guy or the other girl is the person that can get the ex too. And the only way that's going to happen is if you put enough time to allow them to miss you, and also to allow them to get over the pain of the past. If you do that, let them come back around, right? And then you kind of play cat and mouse with them a little bit and use your charisma. When they start messaging you again and you're super patient, you can get them back. Now, if you want a little hand-holding through this process, seeing how it is very emotionally difficult, click into my profile, click this link down here, and either book a call with me or submit your situation into me to get a video response back. I'd love to hear your exact situation, take it into account, and give you some exact advice on exactly what to do next.